Yeah, so FETCH.AI hit another low like I was expecting it to. At first I thought this right here is the C wave low, but it seems we got another one and now we are kind of bouncing. I mean, not really. Compared to some other altcoins, we are not up that much and we still have a long way to go until we break this high right here at $3.47. But the chart still looks bullish to me, and I believe the fourth wave of this cycle ended right here. So what is next for this coin? Well, here are my price predictions. I believe the bullish top will be at the 3.618 Fibonacci extension, well, the trend-based Fibonacci extension at $4.60. I believe that's a good bullish top prediction. And for a very bullish top, I have the 4.618 extension at, let's say, $6. Of course, there is still the possibility that this is not actually a third wave and that this right here was actually the first wave and we just ended the second wave right here and we are ready to go in a third wave. That's also a possibility. I would have to look at the sub count for this. But in my opinion, the most likely scenario is that we are currently in a fourth wave and we are going a fifth one. I mean, just look at this chart. It looks a lot different than the other altcoin charts. And this wave count I have on the chart does not lie to me. I mean, it's very clear, in my opinion, that, we have 5 waves up right here to form the first wave. And I see this cycle ending sooner than the other altcoin cycles, because we are already in a fourth wave and it's almost done. Well, it might be done, I'm not sure yet, because this is not really an impulsive move to the upside. And I kind of want to see something like that, because until we break above the $2.27 level, I cannot rule out another low. But if we break above that level, then yeah, I think we bottomed in this fourth wave and we are going in a fifth wave. Now, don't expect the fifth wave to be as impulsive as this wave we got right here. As we all know, the third wave is usually the most impulsive one. So the fifth wave will not be as crazy as this, but it will still give you some gains, in my opinion. Now, I'm not saying this will happen. This is not financial advice. It's just my prediction. But I believe we will top somewhere around here in the fifth wave. And what could it look like? Well, I don't know how long this fifth wave will take, but we should finish it by probably, let's say, the end of the year, maybe somewhere around February of next year, but I don't expect it to go on for much longer than that. And what would it look like? Well, it would look something like this. So for a first wave, I expect the price to go above this high right here, because, we need that. This is not really a third wave, so this might not happen, but I want to see that, so I can confirm that the low is in. Then we'll need a second wave, which will need its own ABC structure, which, of course, will not be as crazy as this right here, but it will still go down a bit before going in a third wave. And third waves, as you know, are very impulsive, so this should be the biggest one. Then a fourth and a fifth, and that should be the end of the cycle for this coin. There's not much else that needs to happen with it. If we actually go to this level at 78 cents, then we are done. This fourth wave will no longer be a fourth wave. It will be something else, because we will interfere with the first wave price action, and that's not really allowed to happen. So yeah, I can only allow the price to go to around 79 cents before I turn very bearish and get the hell out of this crypto, because if it goes below the 78 cent level, it's pretty much over for the cycle, in my opinion, at least. The RSI went to the oversold territory, as you can see, at least on the daily, and I have already looked at this in my previous videos, but I want to show you what happened the last few times when the RSI went to the oversold territory. Right here in June of 2023, it went to the oversold territory and it did a 47% in 12 days. If we are going to count this, it did 120% in 141 days. And here as well, we went oversold and we went up 26% in 19 days before hitting this low right here. So by looking at this, yes, a low might be possible, at least another low, but I don't want to see that. I don't want to see it, honestly. And check this out. We went oversold right here, and I don't think I have to mention what happened after that. Crazy move to the upside. 1000% in 91 days. And let's check out what happened before the bull market as well. We went to the oversold territory right here when we hit the bear market low for that cycle. And yeah, I mean, 2500% in 158 days. That's a lot. Also, now that I see this also looks like a 1 through, but we have an A, B, and C to the downside. Then we have a third wave, a fourth wave, and a fifth wave up there. And then A, B, and C. Of course, this is subjective. The C wave might have ended here or here. I don't want to look at this, but you get the idea. This was also a 5-wave move to the upside. I mean, that's what most cryptos did in the previous bull market. So I don't see why this could not happen. I mean, 5-wave moves are very, very common in bull markets. This was probably the C wave low right here. Then we tried doing something else. Anyways, you know what? Let's see how much we went down in the fourth wave right here in the previous cycle. So let's take this. We actually went down 82%, which is a lot. And we actually went to the first wave levels, which is kind of weird. I don't know how we recovered from that, but we somehow did. Probably because Bitcoin was doing crazy stuff at that time. And right now we are down, well, actually 70%, which is a lot. I thought we were down less than that, but apparently no. So let's say we go down 82% again. I don't see that happening, but that would put us at the 64 cents level. So yeah, I do not really want to see that. I would probably run away from this crypto if that happened. But yeah, I mean, this crypto seems to always have these crazy fourth wave moves to the downside. And as we know, the second wave here was not really that crazy. I mean, we went down, like 36%. So of course the fourth wave is a lot more impulsive. Because as you know, or maybe you don't know, when the second wave is not that strong, then the fourth wave will most likely break down to the downside quite a lot. Let's actually check out what happened in the previous cycle. So yeah, in this second wave right here, we did not really do much. Of course, we went down a lot. It was still 81%, but this is the first cycle and the price was literally nothing at that time. But yeah, the move does not really look as crazy as this move right here. This is way more impulsive. This was just sideways action for like 4 months. So yeah. Also, check this out. The price got rejected by the 2.618 level, which means, yeah, the third wave is most likely in. Because we tested this and we were like, nope, and we went to the downside in a fourth wave. So what do I want to see from a fifth wave? Well, first, I want to break above this level right here at $2.27. Then we need to break above this level at $2.70. And then I need to break above this level and then the previous high. And then we might go to the $4.50 to $5.86 levels. Maybe even higher. I mean, who knows? This chart is one of the craziest charts right now. I mean, it already went up a lot. There's not that many games left. But in my opinion, I still think there are some gains left on the table. It all depends on what Bitcoin will be doing. I don't see Bitcoin going lower than this 53K level because I see this correction as an A, B, C structure. But it might go lower. You never know what happens. And if it does go lower, then expect the price of FETCH.AI to also go lower. As support levels, I have this 0.786 level at 90 cents. If we break below that, then yeah, it's going to be a free fall until 78 cents. And if we somehow break below that as well, like I said, then yeah, the bull market is most likely over. So yeah, right now we just need to wait. I mean, there's still a long way to go until we hit this fifth wave right here. We still need to go up like another 400%, and we have, in my opinion, at least like 200 days left of this FETCH.AI cycle. So enjoy it while you still can, because as all things, it's not going to last forever. Before I go on the monthly chart, I want to tell you that I made a Patreon, so if you want to get early access to these crypto videos, and if you want some extra content, consider checking it out. The monthly chart does not really look that good, but when we look at what happened in the past, look at this. I mean, this fourth wave is literally a copy of what happened in the previous cycle. If we don't take this right here into consideration, we got 3 red candles to the downside, right here, and then we went up in a fifth wave. So yeah, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but something similar might happen again. Of course, there's a difference between that cycle and this cycle, at least on the RSI. I mean, here we did not go below the yellow line, and now we are below the yellow line on the RSI, and we actually closed below it in June, which might be bearish because not many altcoins did that, but that also might be because we went to the overbought territory right here and we broke new highs on the RSI, unlike here where we only went to the 76 RSI level. So this might also be a reason why we are now below the yellow line, because the yellow line cannot keep up with the price action. So it's not really a bearish indicator. It's just showing us that yes, the price can actually go down and not only up. Also, I have not looked at this chart before. This is the FET Bitcoin chart. And as we can see, I mean, it's only going up and it's in a pretty much, I mean, look at this. It's only doing higher highs, which is very bullish, but it also means that it could break down at any time. And we are already starting to see some signs of weakness on the RSI, which means there's not a lot left of this cycle. We might get another high on the RSI and then it's most likely going to be over. Do I think we're going to break previous highs? Well, in my opinion, not really, no. By the way this chart is looking, I don't think breaking this high right here is even possible. But that's not bearish. I mean, Bitcoin is like 58K now. What was it in March of 2019? It was like what? 3K? So yeah, it's a big difference. Anyways, back on the monthly FETCH.AI chart, things are still looking bullish, at least if we hold this support level right here. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say right now. I will update you on this situation in probably a few days to see if I was right. And yeah, consider checking out my Patreon. Like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.